Hello and welcome. Welcome to Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. This is where we just don't walk the talk. We actually twirl in it and we have a happy praise dance. This is where we empower your spirit and to have a big, strong sense of self. Life's always on the move, and we're asking you for the next 40 minutes or so just to hit pause and reconnect with that powerhouse within you. Our sessions are crafted to nurture your soul. And to nurture your soul is to befriend yourself at the deepest level. It's giving time, space, and tenderness to what's most alive in you. When we nurture our soul, we stop living on autopilot and start living on purpose. So make sure that you stay tuned every Saturday for your dose of soulful goodness. And if life happens, because let's be real, it does. No worries. You can catch all of our sessions on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. And oh, don't be shy, hit subscribe. That's right, join our community. Now's the time to do it. Hit that button and stay connected. And be the first to know when our latest fantabulous sessions drop. And we don't want you missing out on a single thing. So go ahead and hit that button. And please share this with someone who could benefit from our message or would enjoy the empowering shift from everyday being to soulful being. It is an honor and a privilege to walk this spiritual path with you. Hello, everyone. I am Cindy Saylor, and for the past few years, I have been on a soulful journey myself. And I've realized when I connect with my inner being, my soul, my spirit, life flows with greater peace, clarity, and joy. And I want this for you too. I want you to feel deeply connected, to flow with life instead of forcing it, and to fully embrace the soulful person that you are meant to be. That's why I created Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. This is a space for reflection, renewal, and rediscovering the power within you. Each month we have a different theme and we break it down with weekly talk topics. And this month it's all about self-love. That's right. Self-love. Absolutely. We don't love ourselves enough. I will tell you that. We do not do it enough. So August is the month to fall deeply in love with yourself. We're going to explore how to nurture self-love and practice radical self-acceptance, hello, by honoring your worth and setting healthy boundaries. Yep, we're going to build a solid foundation for joy and fulfillment. So this month is all about reclaiming your inner queen, embracing your value, your needs, your desires without guilt. No guilt, no judgment. It's about creating a life that honors and celebrates the most important person. That's you. So our weekly topics are going to be building self-love, the foundation of everything. Got to have a strong foundation. Absolutely. We don't want that building crumbling down on top of you unless you feel like it already is. So we're going to build some self-love at the foundation of everything. Then we're going to set boundaries with love for week 2, protecting your energy and needs. And week 3, releasing self-criticism. Yep, we're going to be shifting from judgment. Yep. We're going to shift it from judgment because we might be judging ourselves way too much. We're going to be embracing our inner queen on week 4, owning your worth and stepping into your power. And then week 5, radiate and reign. That's right. This is living your truth with confidence. So we're not tiptoeing. We're not going to tiptoe through this process. We're going to step fully into the self-love revolution. This is week 1. It's all about layering that unshakable foundation. Because listen, if you're not building a life without love, you're kind of building on sand. And just think what happens when you build on sand. It gives away. It gives away very quickly. So we're going to build a nice, strong foundation, and we're going to go deep onto what it really means about self-love. Now, it could be bubble baths, it could be affirmations, and of course, we love all of that. But we're talking about the sacred self-devotion, both inner truth and the moment you stop seeking permission. That's right. Stop seeking permission and start owning your worth. Self-love isn't selfish. It's about your birthright. And it's time that you treat it like a treasure, because you're the gift, you are the treasure, and you are worthy of your own love. Now, since we kind of stirred things up a little bit, we're going to slow it down for a moment, and we're going to drop into our beautiful sacred space, because loving yourself isn't just a mindset, it's a moment. And so we want to go ahead and ask you to uncross your arms, if they were crossed. We want you to unclench your jaw, shake out your arms, because you might be holding on to something really tight, and it's time to release it. It's time to get still, get centered, and get back to you. So let's go ahead. This is going to be our quiet moment. So we could go ahead and take our first deep breath in. Yeah, go ahead and take a big deep breath in and go ahead and exhale. This is our soulful Saturday moment. Yep, it's our quiet moment. See, we're not going to rush things today. No, because self-love isn't just a cute idea. It's actually a sacred practice. So go ahead and find your center. Go ahead and shake everything out. That's right. And when you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And go ahead and take another deep breath slowly in through your nose. And go ahead and exhale through your mouth. Yes. And feel your shoulders drop. That's right. Go ahead and feel your shoulders drop. Go ahead. Loosen the grip, right? Loosen your grip. I know you've been holding everything together up until now. We just want you to loosen, release. Right here, right now, you get to be. You get to be. There's no performance right now. You don't have to prove anything. There's no pleasing. Now go ahead and gently place your hand over your heart as you continue to breathe gently and exhaling. And each time you exhale, you're just going to release a little extra tension. Little extra tension. And as you have your hand over your heart, I want you to feel your heart. Yeah, the heartbeat. That's your power source. That's your true center. Yeah, right there. Absolutely. That's your reminder that you are here. You're alive, deeply worth of your own love. Feel that. Go ahead and breathe into that. Yes. Feel that. Oh, that feels so good. Now let's say this together softly. This is going to be our sacred vow. I am worthy of my own love, my own care, and my own attention. Yes, say it again. And this time, say it with conviction. I am worthy of my love, my own care, my own attention. Yes, absolutely. And now we're going to do that one more time. as if your soul has been waiting years to hear this. That's right. I am worthy of my own love, my own care, and my own attention. Go ahead and allow those words to ripple the truth all the way through your soul. Yes. Let that hit every cell in your body. Let it break up the noise, the doubt, dissolve the dust of the old wounds. Yes. Those are the words to live by, that you are worthy of your own. Because, beautiful soul, this is no longer just hope for something better. This is you coming back. This is your homecoming. Yes. Yes. Go ahead and keep breathing in and exhaling. And feel that. Feel your heartbeat. That is amazing. That is you. That is you. And now that your spirit's grounded and your heart's open, yes, let's go ahead and open up our eyes. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, go ahead and take another big, deep breath in and let it out as a big sigh. Just letting it all go. Yes. We're here to build a very strong foundation on self-love. And we do not do this enough. We don't. I'm guilty of it myself. This is going to be a fierce foundation act of power. And we're giving you permission. And here's the thing, we want you to give yourself permission to start loving yourself. So when you're ready, you're going to want to take some notes. You're going to want to just sink into this message. We hope you have an open heart, open mind, ready to receive. Absolutely ready to receive. Go ahead and grab your journal. You can have your tea, get in that cozy space. Because we're going to break this down for you. We're going to call it out, and we are going to build you up. So let's get into the real talk that's going to lay the groundwork for your self-love revolution. This is the kind of love that just doesn't come from a relationship or a compliment or a spa day, though, of course, we love all those. However, this kind of love, it comes from within. It's the love that you build, the kind that you fight for, the kind you practice even when you feel messy, uncertain, and downright unworthy. Because here's the real truth. Self-love isn't this cute little thing. This is a radical act of devotion. So let's dig into what it really means. Point number 1. Self-love is a practice, not a destination. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel ready. If you've been waiting for the day that you wake up and suddenly feeling full of self-love, ready to conquer the world, strut down the hallway like you're a supermodel and never doubt yourself again, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. Because self-love isn't a magical moment. This is a muscle. Think of it as a muscle. And you build it by showing up for yourself again and again, especially on the hard days. It's brushing your teeth, paying your bills, saying no without explaining, and feeding yourself something green instead of those chips, those chips that are calling your name. It's saying no to the chips and saying yes to something good for yourself. Some days it's dancing in your power, and the other is just crying on the bathroom floor, whispering, I'm doing the best I can. Both of these count. But stop waiting to feel ready to love yourself. Start acting like someone who's worthy right now. And watch how your feelings are going to catch up with you. Point number 2. This is the radical self-acceptance Self-acceptance is a powerful act of rebellion in a world that profits from our doubt. Let's be real. They don't want you to accept yourself because when you don't believe you're enough, you'll buy whatever they're selling. Another course, another way to shrink, fix, or change yourself. But when you accept yourself, flaws, curves, quirks, and all, you become unbothered, unshakable. You become unprofitable to a system built on your insecurity. Radical acceptance says, I don't need to be anyone else. I'm enough exactly as I am. That's not weakness. That's warrior energy. You reclaim your power every time you choose to love the woman in the mirror instead of tear her down. Let the world spin, and you stay grounded. You stay true to you. Point number 3, neglecting your own needs. When you neglect your own needs, you're chipping away at your spirit. Here's how to reclaim your energy. Let's talk truth. Seriously. When you're constantly put everyone else first, you don't look genuine. You look exhausted. And your spirit, well, she's over there waving a white flag, begging you for a nap, a glass of water, a time to take a pause. And you can't pour from an empty cup. And you can't love yourself while ghosting your own needs. Think about it. You know, we talk a lot about ghosting when people ghost us, but in a sense, when we don't take care of our own needs, we're ghosting ourselves. Neglect doesn't make you noble. It makes you numb. That's the truth bomb. Neglect makes you numb. So this week, ask yourself, what am I craving, right? What am I craving? Where am I depleted? What do I keep giving away that I need to keep for myself? What do I keep doing for others that I must start doing for myself? Reclaiming your energy starts with permission. Permission to rest, permission to not answer the call, permission to choose you without guilt, without apology, without feeling like you have to explain it. You're not selfish. You're sacred. And sacred, this is how you get to start taking care of yourself, making sacred moments. Point number 4, start loving the parts of yourself that you've told to hide. You know, that loud laugh that you were told, be quiet, that bold opinion when you were told to shrink, that belly, those thighs, that sensitivity, that fire in your gut. Those are not flaws. Those are your features. You spent years dimming your light to fit into someone else's room. And now you're done playing small. I hope you are done playing small. Self-love means dragging those hidden parts out of the shadows and saying, you belong here. Go ahead and say it. I belong here. Go ahead, say it louder. I belong here. The world may not have celebrated those parts, but you can, and you must. Because the moment you start loving what you've been taught to hide, you take your power back. Once you take it back, you're probably not going to relinquish it again. And beautiful soul, yeah, you beautiful soul, nothing is more beautiful than a woman who's done hiding. You are not broken. You are becoming. This is your season to rise, to reclaim, to rebuild. Do it brick by brick. Do it by truth, moment by moment, day by day, whatever it is. It's time for you to start rebuilding, building that strong foundation of self-love. This is how you build self-love, and you do it from the inside out. See, that crown isn't lost. It's been waiting for you on that nightstand. And it's time for you to pick it up and wear it. Maybe you hid it under the bed with everything else. Maybe you hid it in the back of the closet with everything else. But it's time to find that crown, because it's time to start wearing it again. So now that we've laid the foundation and cracked open some truths, let's bring this to life. Because theory's one thing, right? But a real story, that's it's magical. And I want to introduce you to someone who took these truths and didn't just talk about self-love. She chose it. Not because it was easy, but because it was time. It was time to stop shrinking, time to start shining. So I want you to soak in this story, because it may sound familiar. It's about a woman who decided to rewrite her story with self-love. And she was the lead character. And we're going to call her Tasha. And Tasha was this kind of woman who had it all together on the outside. Yeah, the job, the smile, the planner color coded with everyone else's needs. She was the go-to friend, the helper, the fixer, the one who never said no. But behind closed doors, Tasha was tired. Her soul was tired. She told me once, I didn't even realize I was disappearing until I couldn't hear myself think anymore. She was living on autopilot, giving away everything she had. And she was calling it love. But here's where the shift started. And I remember it clearly. It was a Saturday morning for her. And as she told, she was looking in the mirror. She didn't recognize the woman staring back at herself. And it wasn't because of the age or the wrinkles, but it was because she spent years avoiding herself. She didn't recognize herself. So I ask you, maybe you want to hit pause right now and go take a moment, look in the mirror, and see if you really recognize the person who's looking back at you. Because this was her turning point. And she just made some small motions ahead, small baby steps. And we worked on her being able to say no to the things that didn't serve her. It wasn't easy, but she started to say no. And then sitting in silence for at least 5 minutes a day just to listen to her own breath, just to calm the noise around her. And then writing on sticky notes, little reminders like, I matter, I deserve rest. And my personal favorite, Queen Tasha doesn't chase, she chooses. Yeah, and you can go ahead and borrow that one. Go ahead and put your name in there. Queen, enter name, doesn't chase, she chooses. Yeah. You know, it didn't happen overnight. And there was times it wasn't really a pretty path for her. But see, she felt this fight inside. And the biggest one is she had to fight the guilt, the old programming, and that inner voice that kept whispering, who do you think you are? And slowly, something started to rise inside her. Not a perfect version of herself, but it was an honest one, and one who showed up in the sweats and still felt beautiful. One who didn't need validation to feel valuable. One who began building her life around love from the inside out. And now, Tasha walks into rooms differently. She takes up space. She speaks kindly to herself. She still shows up for others, but never at the cost of her own. Because now she knows self-love isn't selfish, it's sacred. And in the foundation for every brave, beautiful thing that she's building next. One small effort to realize that she didn't know who she was, doing everything for everyone else. She was ghosting herself. She made a decision. She made a choice. Queen Tasha made a choice. Yep. And this leads me to one of my favorite quotes. I absolutely love this quote. It's extremely powerful. It is a truth bomb. Just going to put that disclaimer out there. And this is from Buddha. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. See, we're so eager to give love to so many others. But how much do we give to ourselves? You know, Buddha didn't say if it were perfect, once you've healed, or when you finally get it all together. He said you, as you are right now. You are worthy of your own love and affection as anyone else in this big, beautiful universe. So for week 1 of our self-love revolution, it's all about building that love, not waiting for it, not wishing for it, and certainly not outsourcing it to everyone else. If you are so willing to do it for others, do it for yourself. Because how often do we give away our love? It's kind of like candy at Halloween, right? Offering kindness, compassion, time, energy to everyone else while we're actually starving ourselves of the very self-care that we need. This quote is your permission slip to flip the script. It's a reminder that you don't have to earn your own love. You don't have to earn it. Absolutely not. And you don't need to fix, change, or upgrade anything about yourself to deserve your affection. And let's be real. How would your world shift if you started treating yourself with the same tenderness that you give your child, your best friend, your dog, your neighbor, your boss? Think about it. And if you were the recipient of those soft words, the cozy blanket, or the grace for the mistakes and the unwavering encouragement, oh, yes, I want you to take Buddha's words and live them this week. Let them echo in your mind when self-doubt shows up. Let them remind you to hit pause and ask, what do I need right now? Let them guide you back to your center when the world tries to convince you that everyone else should come first. Because the truth is, the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. So why not build that relationship on a rock solid foundation of love for yourself? So say it with me, Queen. Ready? Say it with me. Here we go. Say it with me, Queen. I deserve my love and affection, and I will no longer treat myself like a backup plan. That's right. Say that with me, Queen. And I'm going to call you Queen because you are. And it's time to find that crown and time to wear it. I deserve my own love and affection, and I will no longer treat myself like a backup plan. See, your crown knows the truth, and it's time to wear it like you believe it. So find that crown and start wearing it. And here are 3 PowerPoints to loving yourself. Number 1, choose yourself every single day. Self-love starts with a choice, not once, but daily. You don't have to wait until you feel worthy enough to choose yourself. You become more worthy by choosing yourself. So say yes to you, especially when it's hard. It's not selfish, it's sacred. Number 2, speak to yourself like someone you love. Your words shape your world. So stop talking to yourself like a critic and start talking to yourself like a best friend, a cheerleader, and the glorious human you are. Kindness isn't weakness, it's medicine. And it's medicine for you, kindness for yourself. And number 3, protect your energy like it's royal property, because it is. Loving yourself means setting boundaries, saying no, resting unapologetically, and cutting ties with what drains you. If it costs your peace, it's too expensive. Guard your glow. Guard it. Guard it like the queen that you are. This is the beginning of a revolution, of self-love revolution. And it starts from the inside out. You're not waiting for permission anymore. You're not chasing love. You're becoming it. So take what you've learned today and live it. Walk through the week like the crown is already on your head, and maybe it is. Because, beautiful soul, it is. It's already up there. You may just need to dust it off and shine it up a little bit. And every time you choose to love yourself, you rise a little higher, shine a little brighter, and you take one bold step closer to the life that's been waiting for you to show up. Your crown is calling. Are you ready to wear it? Thank you for joining me for week 1 of our self-love revolution, building self-love, the foundation of everything. Got to have that strong foundation. And this just isn't the start of another series. It is the beginning of a radical soul-shifting movement back to you. So we laid the groundwork for what it truly means to love yourself from the inside out. We're not trying to use buzzwords, but these are your daily devotions. Because without self-love, everything else kind of wobbles. And you become depleted. You start ghosting yourself. It's all about you becoming unstoppable. Self-love is going to help you with that and building that foundation. So thank you for showing up, for doing this heart work. We're not going to say hard work, heart work, and for choosing yourself. Because maybe for the first time in a long time, the foundation that you're building, it's strong, sacred, and just the beginning of the glorious woman that you're becoming. Yes. Sneak peek into week 2. We're going to be setting boundaries with love. We're going to be protecting your peace. So get ready, my beautiful queen, because next week we are drawing lines not to keep people out, but to keep peace in. We're diving into the bold and beautiful art of setting boundaries with love, not guilt, not fear, not attitude, but with heart and truth. Because let's be real, you can't be your best self when you're leaking energy in 1,000 directions, trying to please everybody. And I know you are. Boundaries are how we say, I love you and I love me too. So next Saturday, we're going to explore how to say no without apology. Create space for what really matters. Hold your ground with grace and power, because it's time to stop bending to fit into spaces that you've outgrown. Your peace is precious, and next week, we're going to learn how to protect it like royalty. So get ready to build your boundary toolkit, because my beautiful queen, that's you. Your energy is not up for grabs anymore. No, it's not. So thank you for joining me in this sacred space today. And remember, this isn't a one-time thing. Soulful being isn't just something that we practice when we're in the mood. It's a way of being. It's how we show up for ourselves day in and day out. And let's continue this month with open hearts, ready to embrace the incredible person that we see in the mirror. And until next time, love yourself fiercely. It has been a pleasure and a blessing to be your spiritual leader. So make sure that you tune in every Saturday for your weekly dose of spiritual connection and soul-filled goodness. And if life happens, because let's be real, it does. No worries. You can catch all of our sessions anytime on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And hit that button. Please subscribe to our channel, join our community. Absolutely, please. So you can get the latest sessions dropping right into your inbox. That's right. Go ahead, stay connected, hit that button. And we also have a few special offers for you. Our 7 strategies to cultivate inner peace and fulfillment. And throughout this program, you are guided through the principles and strategies designed to help you cultivate a calm mind, break free from negativity, and find deep, lasting fulfillment in every aspect of your life. Because it's not the content that will make the difference. It is your commitment and your determination and willingness to embrace change that will truly transform your journey. And if you've been searching for a fun, easy way to sprinkle some peace and joy into your life, please grab my ebook, The Path to Calm and Clarity, The Gifts of Intentional Breathing. It'll gonna help you reconnect to your inner self and melt away stress and discover the inner calm that we all crave. Go ahead and grab a copy. You can sign up for our course, The 7 Strategies to Cultivate Inner Peace. Absolutely. You can go over to saylorsjourney.com. Once again, that's saylorsjourney.com. Thank you so much for being here. It has been a pleasure. And we are looking forward to next week. So stay grounded. Absolutely. Keep shining brightly. And always remember, your soul knows the way. This is another fantabulous session of Soulful Saturdays with Saylor, where we empower your spirit and build a strong sense of self. So stay true, stay fierce, and keep showing up as the real you. And we're looking forward to seeing you next week.